What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! We are working in the shop here, helping my buddy do a little organizing. And got thinking, let's talk about why you don't need Snap-on. We were bullshitting about it, and I think there's a couple good reasons why you don't. I still love Snap-on, still love Snap-on stuff, but a lot of people always want to know, why should I buy it? Well, I never talk about why you shouldn't. Let's get into it. Little tech tip of the day, guys. Don't wait to get your air conditioning done when it's 100 degrees outside. I'm going to tell you right now, not conducive to your wallet or my sympathy. Get it checked before it goes out. I'll tell you that right now. Labor rates are going up, guys. It's a hard time. Couldn't even get parts drivers to deliver parts. I had to spend 2 hours getting parts. This stuff is getting frustrating, and people want their air fixed, and they get growly when it's hot. Sorry. Just a little tech tip of the day. All right, so we're going to jump into ratchets real quick, because this is like one of the most popular things. And I'm going to say right off the bat, okay, I do have a ridiculous amount of ratchets. This isn't necessary, but my favorite ratchets, I have a few Snap-on, my Mac Axis, my Kokins, and this 1/4 inch here is not terrible. The Kokins are actually really nice, to be honest with you, and we'll get into that in a second. My favorite ratchets to go to is a Snap-on 1/4 inch. Now, guys, there's other ratchets you can get for a cheaper price, okay? And you don't need to buy Snap-on. I get it, okay? That's the whole point of this. 5 reasons why you don't. And the first reason is because you know, they're pretty high end. It's like getting a fully loaded car. You know, you don't need leather. Sometimes you don't even need air conditioning. Honestly, none of us need air conditioning. You can get by with a fan or rolling the window down. I drove semi for a long time without an air conditioner. Grew up on a farm driving a tractor without air conditioning. I can survive. But when it comes to ratchets, they're kind of like, that's why mechanics buy them. But I will tell you this much right away. I do trust Snap-on. They are one of my most trusted for the highest level of me not getting my busted knuckles. This ratchet took me 20 years to break it, to rebuild it. The Mac Axis, I have not had a problem with it. This is not a non-locking, so therefore it holds up really well. 1/4 inch, dude, I've literally hung off of this thing with a 15mm on it, and I was totally impressed. The 1/2 inch one, same thing. I trust my Snap-ons with the utmost, but there's brands like Kokin, which are super awesome, super nice, Japanese built. They're literally cheaper. But you can step down the level to another brand, Tone, which this is a Blackhawk, but they do make the same exact ratchet. We can go to Capri. There's options out there these days for this type of tool, and this is kind of a general statement that there's options. I bought these SKs on Steals and Deals. You have to keep your mind open and looking for these options. You have Marketplace, eBay. You can buy Snap-on stuff on eBay. So it's not necessarily not about buying Snap-on, but not buying it brand new. There's all these factors that play into this. And the market is so saturated with these tool companies that make them different names on different brands of tools. But still, like, for instance, we'll just go right into this. Tone manufactures this. This is stamped Blackhawk. So, I mean, you're getting the same tool, different name. You know, and you got to be keen to that stuff. Sometimes it's good to just know. I have that Power Torque back there. I bought that thing thinking it was going to be the cat's meow, but that handle's literally so slippery. I actually think that's one of the most dangerous ratchets on the market. No joke. I almost broke my hand on that thing. So I am scared to use that, because if you got any oil on there. But got old ratchets. The new Craftsmans are really not that bad neither. Pretty affordable, and not the China ones. These are the Taiwan ones, so keep that in mind. People talk about Craftsman all the time. I had a million comments on my one video, but let's move into another portion. Okay, here's another one that's going to be slightly controversial. Scan tools, which should be the #1 priority on any mechanic's radar. In fact, this should be like the ultimately. I mean, I don't know. I don't hardly start a job anymore without a scan tool, and I have way more than this. This is just what I keep on my persons as a go-to. The thing scans a new one. The Launch is one of my go-to still. The Altel for key immobilizing programming. And as far as Snap-on goes, Snap-on has a great scan tool. It is just so overpriced that I can't even hardly justify. I mean, I can't even hardly think about using it or buying a Snap-on scan tool, just because I can get a lot of stuff done with these. There is some things where it would be nice for domestic stuff to have a Snap-on, not gonna lie to you, because they do have some options, but the updating, they're just so crazy on the price of them. It is what it is, I guess. They do have the best lab scope out there, I can tell you that much. But is it totally necessary? No, I honestly don't think so. But that's another reason why you don't need to buy Snap-on, because you can get the job done with something else in the scan tool market anymore. The companies are coming up with so much good technology from all these different brands. I mean, brands that you think were not good. And I have another one, a Fox Pro. I have a Fox Pro 808. I have several other ones. You got Topped On that's out now. Scan tools are like, they're just they should be your go-to. Moving them out of the way and moving into something that's also going to be slightly aggravating for some people is I'm going to talk about is sockets. The only Snap-on sockets that I like are the ones that are falling down away from me. Get over here, you little son of a gun. I like the chrome sockets. I think Snap-on makes probably one of the best ones, and I think this is an FDX. Not something that you want to buy. You got to watch out, guys. When you buy these FDX sockets, they're meant for rounded removal fasteners. And I don't know why people think that they're supposed to be, but they were designed for rounded bolt removal, so they're a little bit different. But you're getting the cream of the crop with a Snap-on socket. Let me see if I have a different one right here. Here's a 1/4 inch one. Is this one an FDX? This one might be a standard, or this one might be a flank drive. I don't remember what the names are. TMM. Some of you guys can tell me in the comments. This one's probably a flank drive too, but you can see how they kind of bow out to grab it like a surface drive, like a gray pneumatic surface drive. Koken made these famous surface drives, actually. Pretty sure that's where Snap-on got their deal from. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Honestly, the best bang for a socket is the Sunex. For people that are looking to save money, and these will get the job done for you. I've had these for a long time. They've done completely well for me. Can't say anything terrible about them. I upgraded some other ones, you know, but I've had these 1/2 inch shallow ones here for a while, and I've had these 3/8 ones forever. And they have always got the job done for me for everything that I needed to do. I can't really complain. In fact, these Sunex ones, these 3/8 drive Sunex ones I've had almost since I started. These were the first set of Impax 3/8 sockets that I bought, and they have absolutely held up exquisitely well. The broaching isn't quite as shallow on them. They don't have some of the frills, but once again, you don't always need a fully loaded car. My favorite sockets are the Mac ones, but hands down, I've had great luck with them. In fact, I will show you a socket that is legitimately older than most people's sockets I see on YouTube. This socket is well over 20 years old, and it has never been replaced. It held up really great. I never put anything on this. It doesn't rust, and you can see from the extension, it doesn't mushroom out bad, whereas you look at some of my Snap-ons, they kind of mushroom out a little bit, which they're softer than they're supposed to. I haven't never heard anybody explain to me why the Snap-ons are they get chewed up so bad when you use them. I mean, this one's a intermediate, and I got a smoking deal on these intermediates. Come on, focus in there, little fellow. This one is a 21, so I use that one quite a bit too, but this extension is legitimately 20 years old, and I've used it on a ton of stuff, and it just holds up. So that's why I like the Mac stuff, because I know I've had the time behind it, so it's not like I've bought them and then, oh, these work great. Now, I've used them for that long, so I trust them. So, and you have other options out there. Now, I'm not a big fan of the gear wrench ones. They work, but look at the shallow broaching right there. When you are going to have a nut to start it in an area, a blind area, I've said this before, that nut doesn't fall down in there so you can get it started on the bolt. Whereas when you're trying to hem-haw around with a socket like this where their broaching is so deep on them that the nut goes all the way to the bottom of the cavity of that socket, and now you've got to run that socket in, and maybe your bolt isn't that long. And you guys that know or understand that, let me know in that comment box, because it should be a pretty... a lot of you should get it, you know. But there's options out there, guys. In fact, here's another great option, Mayhew. Mayhew is another great option that have some sockets. I love these Torx bits. They have these nitride coated, and people think that this makes them stronger, and that's actually false. Nitride coating on them, especially in the snap-on. In fact, the snap-on is not a strength deal. It's an inhibitor. Rust inhibitor, and it's also for using smoothness and to maximize wear efficiency. From a guy that shoots firearms competitively, and I know this from nitride coating barrels and slides, nitride coating is not a hardness, and I've heard that as being something that people literally talk about all the time. Such a fairy tale, I guess I would say. Nitride coating is not for strength. Well, I guess kind of it is, but it's not to strengthen the actual piece. It's to actually keep the durability of it longer, so your wear is going to go down, if that makes sense. It's not going to add to the tensile strength of a socket, I guess, is where I'm at on that. So anyways, let's move on to the next. Wrenches. Fellas, I don't have very many snap-on wrenches. And I can tell you that the chroming, the nickel-plated chroming that the Snap-on does is bar none the best. I will say, is it necessary? No, you can get by with other wrenches that I find to be as durable or close to as durable as Snap-on. Now, Snap-on, Torque Test Channel's done a video on this, guys. So if you don't, you can take my word for it or not. But and I do have some Armstrong flare nut wrenches. I'd like to see them go up against. Maybe I need to ask Torque Test Channel if they'll do some of these older Armstrong wrenches I have on their flare nut testing device, because I think those hold up. But there's some wrenches right there that you just, it's hard for me to say buy anything but these, because these things are the bee's knees. But when it comes to wrenches that work well, and I don't like the SKs. Never been a fan of them. Never liked the gear wrench ones. Never been a fan of those. My favorite wrenches that I've gone with that seem to hold up really well are these Cornwells. And these are exclusive to Cornwell. I like these box-in ones. They're pretty stout. These are only from Cornwell. They're 12-point. You can buy the spline drive from Matco's, but these are only from Cornwell. The Capris are absolutely fantastic. They have some... They are not as terribly as strong as a Snap-on, but I have had very good luck with them, and I really don't have any major complaints. I have worse wrenches. I've had worse luck with my SKs than I have with those Capri ones. I've got a full set of Snap-on, or full set of SKs that I've used for years. These were my go-to wrenches forever. And I can tell you that I had spreading with them, and people used to make fun of me all the time, slip and kill, when they'd see me busting my knuckles up with them. And a lot of mechanics just know. But you can also get deals on these wrenches, knuckle savers, and these things are stout as hell. They've held up really great. And better option, I can't remember what I paid, $379 or something for the full set from 6 to that. A Snap-on set is like $1,800. But once again, you got to kind of find relativity in what works for you for the money. Tekton is a good wrench to beat that price in the lower end if you need to save that kind of money. The Mac Precision Torques are kind of in the middle of the road, I would say. And then you have your Snap-ons, and then I have the knuckle savers too, or the high end. Those are the USA ones. You got proto wrenches too, but they're on the higher end too. They're kind of expensive. Another reason you don't need to buy Snap-on, which I love Snap-on pliers. Once again, you can see them all in here. But channel lock, and disregard the fact that these say Mac because they're rebranded by Channel Lock. These Channel Lock brands have been absolutely kick butt. And JD Tico sells a kick butt set of pliers too that are absolutely stupid affordable. You can go check them out on his website. In fact, let me show them. These are absolutely, let me see if there's a part number on them. There's the part number, DCP3 JDT, 3-piece diagonal cutters. This set is amazing set for the price. I think they're like 30, 40 bucks maybe. I don't remember. Maybe 60. I don't remember, but this is a killer set for the price. Every bit as good quality as the channel locks, in my opinion. In fact, they should be, they should have made it to Project Farm's channel, but in some version or other, they probably were. So guys, in short, I want you to leave down in the comment box if you know, there's a lot of brands, and I will tell you, Snap-on is notorious. Let me grab this real quick. Snap-on is notorious for utilizing their handles, which they make in-house, and then adding pieces to them, which you like Lang or Lyle, a lot of those companies that build tools for them, which they're still made in the USA, which is good, but you can also buy those tools from Lang or Lyle and save yourself a ton of money if you're looking to cut them fat. I do like the Instinct handles. I am a big fan. I do like the Snap-on screwdrivers, but I'm kind of more of a Mac screwdriver fan. The Witt ones are decent too, from the Vita from Matco, and I've got the new Cornwells. I've got all sorts of screwdrivers. Honestly, I don't have a really good option for screwdrivers. Vessel, actually, I do. But Vessel, as long as you make sure you don't get the JAS ones, Vessel's probably pretty much the mecca of screwdrivers, honestly. Vessel makes a pretty stout screwdriver. What was the screwdrivers that I just got the other day, too? The old Top Tools. These things are absolute beasts. They work fantastic, and they're dirt cheap, too. So I can't sit here and do a video and show every little thing that, every tool, every option for tool. I've got 700 videos on the internet. You search through them, you're probably going to find something that's affordable, that's not Snap-on, or not a tool truck brand. The market has broadened over the years here now. Guys, it's not like it used to be where you have only Snap-on to look for. Back when I started, it was limited. And the market is saturated with different companies. Now you have a lot of companies making the same tool, just stamping their name on them. And this is absolutely mind-boggling, and it just makes my head hurt when I start to think about this 5 different tool companies making the same tool with their name on it. Makes my head hurt, okay? And then I hear 5 different guys arguing about which one's the best. You know, I mean, like, it's like, listen, fellas, they're all the same. So, you know, they're good options out there. And that's the thing is, so whatever you choose, make sure you get customer service. And I'll tell you what, right now, that's the #1 thing that I'm looking for, is customer service. And I think you should too. So let me know down in that comment box what your favorite tool is, and let me know. And actually, I want to challenge you to tell me a tool down there like Harbor Freight. You can. Everything's overpriced, guys. Every company has something that's overpriced and not worth the money. So you name a tool down there that you think is not overpriced, and I could probably find something that's better priced for it. The same tool somewhere. Leave a comment down in the comment box, or just ask me a question. CP, what do you think about this tool? That's kind of the other easiest thing to do. But anyways, guys, I'm dying out here. It's been a long, hot day, and I need some more water, a cold shower, and an iced tea, maybe, or just some cold water. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. Remember, keep your arms dirty or your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.